Hi, welcome to week 6 of Picking Up the Pen. I hope you found some time to reflect on your writings from last week, or maybe found a space to do some more writing. This week I'll introduce you to how you can use the simple practice of writing lists to help you uncover, discover, plan, or reflect on what's going on in your life. We'll also be using one of my favorite writing exercises, which is writing our own eulogy. The quote today is a reminder of our mortality, a fact we often tend to ignore as if in some way putting the thought of dying aside can also put aside the reality, which is that life ends in death. Rumi reminds us to be quick and make use of the strengths we have to expand and enjoy this time we have. Travelers, it is late. Life's sun is going to set. During these brief days you have strength, be quick and spare no effort of your wings. Again, we'll begin with a short meditation to bring us into the practice. When I ring the bell, you'll pick up your pens and come into your check-in writing for today. Close your eyes. Rest your hands on your knees. Have your feet flat on the floor. Take a deep, slow breath in through the nose and slowly exhale out through the mouth. And again, a deep, slow breath through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. Notice your body on the chair and continue this breathing. Bring your awareness to your body. Notice your feet on the floor, your body on the chair. Remember, there's nothing you have to do. Just be here, right now, in this moment, on this chair, in this room. Notice any area of tightness in your body. Just notice and move your awareness to another part of your body. If your mind wanders, that's okay. That's just what minds are trained to do. Gently bring it back to your body on the chair, right here, right now. And just continue that for another minute or so. Now pick up your pens and start the session by your reflection. Write the date right here, right now. I notice feelings, thoughts, body sensations. And today I would like to now put down your pens. The first writing exercise today is writing lists. We all write lists of some sort, even if it's just a shopping list. Some of us use lists as a way to anchor our lives, to make some kind of order. Lists can be about the mundane, like paying bills, or they can be more philosophical, like listing values, hopes, gratitude. Lists can be about the future, the present, or the past. They can be practical, whimsical. They can help us better understand ourselves or others. And they can help us organize or plan our lives. The simple act of making a list can be very profound in terms of what it taps into, both consciously and unconsciously in our lives. At the very least, it helps us to focus on a task. There are endless ways to use lists. In expressive writing, lists are very powerful because they're a quick way to brainstorm questions, concerns, worries, hopes, goals, and regrets we have about our lives. They don't take long, but a lot can come out of a simple list. Some of the things that lists can do are clarify thoughts, identify patterns or problems, brainstorm solutions, get past the obvious, go below the surface, gather information quickly, and focus what is really going on, which is often not what you think. The list we're doing today is a list of 100. 100 examples of 100 can be 100 things I'd like to do before I die, 100 achievements, 100 things I'm good at, 100 things to forgive myself for, 100 things I wish I'd never done, 100 reasons to move, change jobs, change partners, change countries. Most of us resist this as too hard. Maybe we just can do 10 or 20 because 100 seems impossible. But like so many writing exercises, this is the power of writing without stopping to think. It forces us to go under our fixed narratives, to dare to look further. There won't be a chance to finish the 100 today, but I suggest you finish this exercise later. Again, don't overthink, just follow your mind and the pen. There are a few guidelines for today's list, and remember to number each point. It's okay to repeat. Write as fast as you can. Don't write in complete sentences. It doesn't need to make sense. Just get it down. And the list today is going to be, you're going to write 100 fears. So we'll start now. Remember to number all of them. 100 fears. Take a few minutes. Now draw a line and write your reflections on this list. I noticed thoughts and feelings. Take a quick look and circle themes with different colored pens and write a short list of themes to explore later. Now put down your pens. As I said at the start, I really encourage you to go back and complete this list of 100. A great exercise is to write a list of 100 things you would like to write a list about. As I mentioned, today's main exercise is writing a eulogy for ourselves. We're going to imagine that we died at the age of 90. Often when I mention this to clients, there's an immediate resistance. Either that's morbid, I can't do that, I don't want to do that. But I really encourage you today to take this short time to just see where the pen takes you. Remember, a eulogy is about honoring a life. The most moving eulogies are about honoring a whole life, the flaws, the inconsistencies, the stumbles. These stories shine a light on the courage, goodness, and connectedness in each of our unique lives. Writing our own eulogy is a very powerful way to connect with what really matters to us. This can really be a wake-up call about what we want and need right now, or what we want and need to take charge of, plan for, or focus on in the future. It helps us define how we want to live and how we want to be remembered. We will each have our own unique way of defining what matters most to us. You'll be writing the eulogy from the point of view of a dear long-term friend or family member. There's no need to imagine any particular person, but imagine the person writing this knew you most of your life and was very close. Again, don't get stuck on thinking of a particular person. This can be an imaginary person. So I've noted a few points you can use as reference points. So start off, I've known your name all her life. What I admired most. What I remember. Who he or she was. What mattered to her or him. So we're going to take about 10 minutes. Put the pen down and just start writing. Okay, draw a line and begin a reflection on this exercise. Writing this, I felt. I noticed thoughts, body sensations. I wonder why I did or didn't mention X, a person, a place, or an event. And lastly, does this feel like an honest and loving portrait of me? If not, why not? Just take a few minutes. Put down your pens. I encourage you to do this eulogy again when you have a little more time. If you've ever written a eulogy for someone else, you'll know it does take some time to really sit with, remember, honor, and feel the loss of someone very dear to us. Hopefully today you can see a very dear person with a very rich life, which is you. This week I encourage you to play with the lists. Maybe write a list about why I do lists. Ask yourself, how do the lists help me? And perhaps more importantly, how can I use lists to help me explore this complex terrain of my own mind and life? Once again, a simple quote from Rumi. A reminder to be present to ourselves. Turn off the noise of the world and just visit yourself. Do you pay regular visits to yourself? Start now. Until next week, remember, just a few minutes of a day checking in with your pen can be like shining a light on your life and helping you recognize the power we all have to make choices, not only about our present and future, but also about the narratives we tell ourselves about the past. Thanks again for joining me. See you next week.